In the past, when the Hmong people were still nomadic in the mountains of southwest China, there was a small village called Pa Lung Ka. The village was nestled among the rolling mountains. Covered in fog all year round and day and night, you could only hear the howling wind and wild animals. The elders in the village often told their children and grandchildren, never go past the slope of Pa Lung Forest when it is almost dark, because that is where ghosts reside. It is said that unjust deaths had occurred in that forest. There was a village boy who went hunting deer, leaving in the morning and not returning at night. There was a girl who went to collect firewood, leaving only a basket and footprints that disappeared in the damp ground. When the living returned, few dared to mention it, only whispering, "The forest has called you." That call was not a human voice, but a strange echo in the wind, calling out the name of the person it wanted to take away. The main character of the story is Sung Chia, a strong young man, famous for his bravery. Since childhood, Chia had heard stories about the Pa Lung Forest, but he did not believe it. He thought that those teachings were just to scare children. Chia loved hunting, loved to prove that he was different. And one day, when the full moon had just risen above the mountaintop, he decided to go into the forbidden forest, despite his father's warning. The father, Mr. Sung Cho, was an old shaman in the village. He knew the customs and taboos well. Hearing that his son was going to go, he trembled and blew his flute, his voice hoarse. "Son, listen to me. Never answer the call in the forest. The female ghost in there only needs one answer, and your soul will never return." But in his youthful impetuosity, Chia just laughed. "I'm old, so I'm afraid for nothing." "You're just going to hunt deer. There's nothing to be afraid of." Then, that night, Chia brought his bow and arrow, knife tucked in his waist, and entered the Pa Lung Forest in the pale moonlight. At first, there was only the rustling of leaves and the chirping of insects. But the deeper he went, the thicker the fog became. The shadows of the trees overlapped like black arms, reaching out to block the path. And in the middle of that eerie silence, a soft call echoed in the wind. "Chia, Chia." He was startled, his heart pounding. The call echoed, not quite male, not quite female, but cold, as if coming from the ground. Chia took a deep breath, telling himself, "It's just the wind." The wind howls like that when it passes through the cracks in the rocks. But inside, a shiver had begun to creep up his spine.